Hey there everyone, Sal here. Everybody loves Tellius shove and rescue mechanics, but I do think Fates had a really good system with its Pairup mechanic. I am horrible at guard gauge management, and I am also terrible at looking at attack stance possibilities from enemies, but I do think the system was great, and I think Tellius can learn a little bit from all the extra things you can do with that. So today I've got a few expansions on how you can play around with rescue. We've got Zehark here. Let's have him get rescued by our good friend Joffrey. Now Joffrey is going to stand here. Ooh, funny. We have a new music. No clue how that happened. Apparently this save state is kind of buggy. We have Marsha here with the transfer skill, which apparently I forgot to give a name. Now, if we take, normally we can only drop, or we can move and then just stand. But I cannot give Zehark away to any other ally now. However, transfer allows you to do just that. It will only allow it to give it to mounted units, dragons, and probably marshals and lions, tigers, like the really big units. This is to make sure that you don't have, for example, Marsha picking up Gatri or Torneo, who you can see in the top left as a marshal, and then land next to Rolf or Ilyana, and they get transferred to this really tiny girl or boy that shouldn't be able to, like, rescue them. So, we see here that Micaiah and Nolan get ignored, and Zehark gets passed along to Renning, and then Renning can still move, because he hasn't done anything yet, and we can drop Zehark all the way over here. All because of rescue. We also have Volk. And I'll have to find Volk through slightly different means. Here we go. He has the travel skill. Travel or safe travels allows you to do something different than the rescue we just saw. If I give Volk to Kieran, and let's say I also give Volk a little bit further along to Oscar, normally you wouldn't be able to move Volk when he's dropped. However, if I drop Volk here, you can see that he suddenly becomes playable again. This happens only... Ooh, interesting. Okay, so that save state, I did code some other stuff, but the point is clear. The point is clear. We were able to see that Volk was still able to move. It's only a once per turn thing, so you can't dance him and then rescue drop him again to get him crazy far along the map. But just this alone, like, Astrid was right here. She gives, and we give again, and we place him right here, and suddenly he's all the way across the map. Like, he could get all the way to Ashra, which is already a long stretch if we take the short route, but we actually also took the long route around, so pretty damn good if you ask me. Makes for some really cool, interesting mechanics where you can... I love this save state. You never know what to expect. But it allows you to have a couple of skills that you really can play around with what you can do with rescue, and it feels a little bit more like Pairup this way. Lastly, we have Fiona's personal skill currently, Shelter, and it goes in clockwise order. I should mention that for the transfer skill as well, it always looks in clockwise order, so you know what you can expect. If there's a cavalry unit here and Marsha lands here, it will give it to the cavalry unit to the north, then it looks east, south, and west. So we have Shelter, Fiona right here. When an adjacent allied unit is below 50% health and this unit ends their turn next to them, unit will rescue allied unit at the end of player phase. This means that you can be quite aggressive, and with Fiona having Savior as well, that makes it even better, because she can just... she can rescue someone without any chance of being weighed down herself. Now then, if we end our turn, once again, this would have gone into the clockwise order, so in this case, Edward is below 50% health. It will pick Edward up. If Edward was full health or above 50%, it would look at Ike. Ike's above 50% health. And then it would pick Shinnon up, because Shinnon is, once again, below 50%. And we see he gets picked up, and he's completely safe. Now, of course, all units on the map that are enemies are currently not going to do much, so only when they get attacked will they counterattack, and sometimes not even that. I'm going to... Ooh. Interesting. The entire thing just stopped. Anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to show. I am having a lot of fun with making a couple more interesting skills. As you can see, I'm working quite hard, and I've got pretty much all the skills done by now that I've thought of so far. Don't worry, all these crashes were just because I made a save state and then I coded and I loaded the ROM again, and apparently some of the when I loaded the save state, it wasn't really compatible with the way the ROM was recompiled. So don't expect those crashes in a normal gameplay sense. I just forgot that you get that issue when you code further and then suddenly load an older save state. Anyway, I just love the fact that we can have a bit more creativity with not just combat, but also rescue and maybe even shove and other skills like that in the near future. Anyway, thank you to everyone for being so enthusiastic and being patient with Daybreak. And a special thanks to my Patreon supporters and my channel members. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, sell out.